And here we go with 4 in a row. Now this is a solo round, contestant. It's just you against the clock, and I'm looking for 2 winners. Hans, you're the first into this round. Let me show you the categories that are available. They are rivers, children's literature, science, and famous Americans. Hans, which category would you like?
Rivers.
Rivers. Hans, will you come and join me here, please, for your solo round? I know that by now you know how it works. You feel more confident today, Hans? You got to the final yesterday and just got pipped. What about today? All the way perhaps today?
Yes.
All right, Hans, here's how 4 in a row works. Your aim is to score 4 in a row. You will score 1 point for each correct answer, but a wrong answer will take you back down to 0. Let's put 40 seconds on the clock. You will have those 40 seconds to answer correctly 4 in a row. Don't worry if you don't get all 4. We will credit you with your highest score. On Rivers, Hans, are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Your time starts now. In what country is the Nile Delta?
In Egypt.
It is. What is South America's longest river?
Amazonas.
It is. On which river is the Italian city of Florence located?
Arno.
It is. The 3rd largest river in the world rises in Tibet and has its delta on the East China Sea. Name it.
Yangtze Kiang.
The Yangtze Kiang River is correct. You've scored 4 in a row, Hans. Well done, Hans. 4 in a row. Jakob, your category, please.
Famous Americans.
Famous Americans. Jakob, will you come and join me here, please, for your solo round? Got further today, didn't you, Jakob?
Yes, every day it's better.
Can you? Every day it's better. All right, Jakob. We will put 40 seconds on the clock for you. And remember, you will have all that 40 seconds to answer correctly 4 in a row. If you don't get the full 4, we will credit you with your highest score. Your time starts now. In which manufacturing industry did Walter Percy Chrysler make his name?
Car industry.
He did. Name the American city after which Charles Lindbergh named his famous plane.
A pass.
It was St. Louis. Which American is thought to have experimented with a kite in a thunderstorm?
Edison.
No, it was Benjamin Franklin. In the 1930s and 40s, who was the most powerful magnate in Hollywood who had under contract the outstanding screen personalities of his day? It was Louis B. Mayer. From the first name of which U.S. president do children's teddy bears get their name?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Correct. With what do you associate? Oh, Jakob, hard luck. You were beaten by the time your 40 seconds. You didn't score 4 in a row. You just scored the 1 point. Ida Britt, which category would you like?
Science, please.
Science. Ida Britt, will you come and join me here for your 4 in a row round? If we look at the scores, you'll see that obviously if you score 4 in a row, you'll be in with Hans into the final. But even if you just score 1 point, yourself and Jakob would have to play in a tiebreaker. And even if you score 2, of course, you're in the final too. We'll put 40 seconds on the clock for you, Ida Britt, on the subject of science, and you'll have those 40 seconds to answer 4 in a row correctly. Are you ready, Ida Britt?
Yes.
Your time starts now. What word, starting with A, is the one-word term for the science of sound?
Acoustic.
That is correct. What common phenomenon is a meteorologist interested in predicting?
Sun.
A little bit more information, Ida Britt?
Sun darkness.
No, unfortunately, the answer I was looking for was the weather. Which acid is also known as oil of vitriol? Have to hurry, Ida Britt. The answer is sulfuric acid. Which prize was won by Harold Urey for his discovery of heavy hydrogen?
The Nobel Prize.
The Nobel Prize answered just in time, Ida Britt. Well, hard luck, Ida Britt. You didn't score 4 in a row. In fact, if you look at the scores, you just scored 1 point. Thank you very much, Ida Britt. And yes, if we do look at the scores, you'll see that Hans, with 4 from his 4 in a row, is absolutely through to the final. But Jakob and Ida Britt have both scored 1 point each, which means that they've tied. We're going to have to break that tie. So can we clear the scores, please, to see who can go through to meet Hans in the final? I will ask you questions, hands on the buzzers. The first one of you to score 2 points will go through to that final. It's 1 point for each correct answer. Are you ready? What am I? I am an ancient city. I lie on a plateau of the Bay of Naples. Jakob.
Pompeii.
Pompeii is the correct answer for 1 mark. Right, hands on the buzzers again. What are we? We are mammals found in many parts of the world, but we are most numerous in the tropics. We are usually covered with fine fur. While we can see quite well, we rely primarily on our highly developed sense of hearing to avoid collisions and capture insects in flight. Ida Britt.
Bats.
Bats is correct, Ida Britt. Well done. 1 point for you. Again, this is the crucial question. Jakob and Ida Britt, whoever gets the right answer to this question, will be in the final. Who are we? We were born in Germany during the latter part of the 18th century. We spent 7 years talking to farmers and villagers and collecting stories of nature, mythology and fantasy. When we published the stories, Jakob.
The Brothers Grimm.
The Brothers Grimm is exactly right, Jakob, and you're in the final. Well done, you got through to the final to meet Hans. Ida Britt, we're sorry to lose you, but you will have one last chance tomorrow. All right then, Hans and Jakob, can I ask you to come with me, please, over here, and we'll go for gold. Right, well now we're down to it, our final round. You need 9 points to win the game, and here's how it works. I'm going to ask a question that gradually gets easier. You may answer the question and buzz in only when it's your turn. Now, Hans, you got into this round first, so the first decision is going to be yours. If you decide to start, you'll be able to buzz in when the clock is in the 4 zone. If it gets down to the 3 zone, it'll be Jakob's turn, and then it comes back to you. So that 4, 3, 2, 1 is really a clock. It starts counting down when I start reading the question. Each time that clock moves into a new zone, control passes to the other player. And remember, you may only answer when you have control. If you're right, you score the number of points that are showing on the clock at the time. Now, your decision, it's up to you. I will tell you that the subject of the first question is European history. For our audience at home, there is an additional little clue. So, Hans, time for you to decide. You can start out in control with the clock in the big 4 zone, or you can force Jakob to play. What will you do, play or pass?
Play.
All right, you'll play. Good luck to you. The clock stops when you hit the buzzer. And remember, Hans, it takes 9 points or more to win. Here we go. Time starts now. We are a family who played an important part in the history of 2 European countries from the 15th to the 18th centuries. Michelangelo and Raphael were among the great artists we held. The first famous member of our family was Giovanni, who made a fortune in banking. And Cosimo, his son, was a... Hans.
The Medici.
The Medicis is the correct answer. Answered in the 2 zone. Hans. Right, Jakob, as Hans' answers and is in the 2 zone, that means you are playing what we call catch-up. The subject is philosophy. There's an extra clue for you watching at home. So, Jakob, will you play or pass?
I'll play.
All right, you'll play on the subject of philosophy. Your time starts now. I was born in Prussia in 1818. I studied history and philosophy and became a writer. Jakob.
Feuerbach.
It is not Feuerbach. That is the incorrect answer. Hans, you have control of the game, and time continues now. My interest in philosophy led me to join a group of radical students and professors. I met Friedrich Engels in Paris, and together, Hans.
Karl Marx.
Karl Marx is the correct answer. Very well answered. Answered in the 3 zone, Hans. That brings you to 5. That means again, Jakob, you are playing catch-up. The subject is natural substances. Here's an extra clue for you watching at home. Now, Jakob, will you play or pass? You will play again. All right, hands on the buzzers. On natural substances, you 5 to make up, 9 to win the game, and your time starts now. What is my name? I am a naturally occurring substance widely distributed on the earth. Many types of minerals are found in me, the most common being quartz. I have many practical uses. Hans.
Gneiss. Gneiss.
No, it is not the answer I have here. Jakob, you have control. I have many practical uses, including the manufacture of chemicals and glass, mortar and concrete. I am... Jakob.
Sand.
Sand is the correct answer. Well done. Answered in the 3 zone. So the score is 5-3. It still means, Jakob, that you're playing catch-up. The subject is actresses. There's an extra clue for you watching at home. Jakob, will you play or pass?
I play.
You will play, and your time starts now. I was born in America in the early 1890s, and I died in 1980. My first appearance in a Broadway play resulted in an 8-day jail sentence, from which I emerged a national figure. I became a sex symbol of frank sensuality, portraying girls with dubious virtue and flippant good humour. I am a most... Jakob.
Mae West.
Mae West is the correct answer. Answered in the 2 zone, which means that as both our contestants have now gone on to 5 points, Hans, because you got first into this round, you will have the opportunity to play or pass. The subject is European cities. There's an extra clue for you watching at home. Hans, will you play or pass?
Play.
You will play, Hans, on European cities. Your time starts now. I am the largest city in my European country. About 100 AD, the Romans founded a town called Aquincum on my site on the Danube River. In 1872, 3 adjoining cities joined together to form me. And my name is a combination of 2 of them. Jakob.
Budapest.
Budapest is the correct answer. Budapest is the correct answer, which puts you on 8, 1 point away from being today's winner. Hans, you are on 5. You have the choice next. The subject is politicians. There's an extra clue for you watching at home. Hans, will you play or pass?
Play.
You will play. If you answer this in the 4, you could win. Hans on the buzzer, both you and Jakob. The time starts now. I was born in southern Europe in 1883. As a youth, I was always in trouble. At the age of 18, I became a school teacher. In Switzerland, I got involved. Hans.
Mussolini.
Mussolini is the correct answer, which means you've got 9 points. And you're today's winner, Hans. Well done. And we'd also like you're in the heat final. We'd like you to take this memento of your win, which is exclusive to winning contestants on Going for Gold. Jakob, very bad luck. Sorry to lose you, but you'll have one more chance tomorrow. And that means that tomorrow already we have Scotland, England, and now we have Austria in the final. Join us all to see who will be that winning finalist tomorrow when we'll all be going for gold. Bye-bye.
In association with Super Channel and the BBC, Going for Gold is a Reg Grundy production.